All right, welcome to The Explainer. Today we're unpacking a massive, massive shift in the global tech landscape. We're looking at a tech giant that's moving straight from the sidelines directly onto the playing field of a rapidly emerging market. The sheer scale of Pakistan's digital future is honestly just incredible. We're talking billions of dollars, hundreds of thousands of free scholarships, and what really looks like a complete transformation of a nation's entire tech workforce.
Now, I want to hook you immediately with this number right here. 16 trillion rupees. To put that into perspective, we're talking roughly 56 billion US dollars. In 2024 alone, Google products, so think Search, Maps, YouTube, provided this astonishing amount of value and consumer benefits to Pakistanis. That translates to massive boosts in everyday productivity, access to information, and of course, entertainment. But the real story here is that Google isn't just stopping at providing services from afar anymore. They're actually doubling down.
So let's kick things off with Section 1, Big Tech Enters Pakistan. What we're seeing is a shift from over a decade of virtual investments to a very real, permanent physical presence. Google has officially opened its first physical office in Karachi, and this is a monumental shift for the region. It was inaugurated by Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif alongside Google VP Wilson L. White, and it really marks a whole new era. For over 10 years, Google generated something like 3.9 trillion rupees for local businesses just working remotely. But a permanent office? That means direct, boots-on-the-ground engagement with developers, policymakers, and local startups.
Okay, let's dive into this. Section 2, Pakistan's Digital Ecosystem Challenges.
To really understand why Google is physically setting up shop now, we have to look at the roadblocks they're trying to clear. First off, there's a serious practical IT skills gap. You've got graduates coming out with degrees, sure, but they often lack the specific, global standard skills that companies actually need day to day. Then you've got structural stuff, like unreliable internet speeds, and crucially, regulatory hurdles. Back in 2022, the State Bank of Pakistan suspended a $34 million direct carrier billing payment. That's essentially the mechanism that lets mobile users pay for apps with their phone credit. This literally threatened to cut off Pakistani users from the Google Play Store entirely. So, these are very serious bottlenecks.
Which brings us to Section 3, Google's massive local investments. So how do you actually solve those systemic ecosystem challenges? Well, you invest heavily right at the grassroots level. Through the Tech Valley Google Career Certificates program, Google is attacking that skills gap head-on. And the growth here is just staggering. Back in 2023, they offered 15,000 scholarships. In 2024, that jumped to 44,500. And looking ahead to 2026, they're scaling that up to a massive 150,000 free scholarships. Each one of these is valued at roughly $3,000. I mean, do the math. This provides job-ready skills in AI, cybersecurity, and data analytics at absolutely zero cost. It actually makes Pakistan a global leader in this specific program.
But here's the thing. It's not just about individual skills. It's about business. And it's about hardware. Google launched the Cloud Liftoff Bootcamp to massively upskill local developers. On top of that, for AI-driven startups, they're offering up to $350,000 in free Google Cloud credits. That is the kind of runway that can literally make or break a new company. And perhaps most surprisingly, Google has partnered with local companies to assemble Chromebooks directly in Pakistan. They are actively shifting the country from just being a software hub into a hardware manufacturing base, eyeing regional exports.
Let's move on to Section 4, Free AI for Pakistani Students. Now, what's really interesting here is the immense financial value being unlocked for any of you watching who are currently in university. Normally, the Google AI Plus plan, which gets you access to their advanced Gemini Pro model, is going to run you around 1,600 rupees a month after taxes. But for Pakistani university students, Google is dropping that cost to zero, absolutely free for 12 straight months. And if you need heavy-duty cloud storage, their massive 5 terabyte AI Pro plan is available to students at a whopping 75% discount for up to 4 years.
And if you're a student, here's exactly how you can turn this into real-world action today. Step 1. Log into your Google account, go over to Gemini, and click Upgrade. Step 2. Just scroll down and click Student Offers. Step 3. Verify your university status by uploading a quick front and back photo of your student ID. Step 4. Submit it. The automated system they have is incredibly fast. Verification typically happens in under 1 minute. Boom! Just like that, you have 12 free months of world-class AI power to help you code, research, or even launch a freelance career.
All right, shifting gears to Section 5, the $30 billion goal.
Let's zoom out for a second to look at the macro picture. Why is Google pouring all these resources into free AI, massive startup credits, and hundreds of thousands of scholarships? Well, as Google VP Wilson L. White recently told the Prime Minister, and this brilliantly illustrates the point, your ambition of making Pakistan a $30 billion IT export hub very much aligns with the goals that we have at Google. So Google is actively laying down the infrastructural backing to make that highly ambitious $30 billion annual export target an actual reality.
And honestly, the math totally backs up the ambition here. Current research shows that widespread AI integration can boost Pakistan's economy by 4.4 trillion rupees in gross value added. That's essentially the total value of all goods and services produced. By breaking down language barriers and streamlining regulatory hurdles, AI could boost exports by another 3.2 trillion rupees. Even traditional sectors are transforming. Things like precision farming and AI pest detection could add 130 billion rupees to the agricultural sector alone.
Which brings us to our final part, Section 6, a future-ready tech hub. So let's pull all the threads of this explainer together. We know Pakistan has immense raw talent, but it has faced very distinct infrastructural and skills-based hurdles. Well, Google has stepped in to bridge that exact gap by establishing a permanent corporate presence in Karachi, distributing 150,000 career scholarships, and literally putting powerful free AI tools directly into the hands of university students. Pakistan is actively building a future-ready workforce. It's no longer just about exporting freelance talent, it's about creating world-class developers and companies right at home.
Which leaves us with this final thought. The foundational infrastructure is laid. The tools, from $350,000 cloud credits to completely free advanced AI models, are freely available. The physical office doors are officially open. So the ultimate question is, how will the local tech ecosystem, the students, and the startups actually leverage this unprecedented momentum to build the next global tech giant? The opportunity is literally right there for the taking. Thanks so much for joining me on this explainer, and I'll catch you in the next one.